Good morning, friends. Carrie from Texas. Snow. I'm sitting in a house surrounded by snow. That is an unusual event for where I live outside the Houston area. I wish we'd have had this Christmas day. We could have had a white Christmas, but oh well. It's a beautiful day. And you know what? I look to a lot of symbolism in my life, and I think snow is a beautiful way to reset nature because obviously it's cold enough, right? It's going to freeze. And so we really needed a hard freeze here in Houston to get rid of all of the bugs and stuff that are around. So this is a hard freeze. This is a really good thing. It means we're going to have a beautiful spring. And I also look at this as we're in a new era today. We have a new president, whether you like him or not, is irrelevant. He is the president. And we all as Americans have to support our processes, support the process, support the position and our Constitution. And whether you like him, dislike him, hate him, whatever your feelings about him, he is now the President of the United States. And I can feel confident in saying 80% of the American people need help. We need a change. We need financial stability. We need the ability to put back into our savings and our budgets so much that we have lost in the last 4 years. I'm hopeful that that's what we see. And that will make all of us feel better, at least on some level, when we are not spending so much money on the day-to-day things that we need, including makeup. Do you know that makeup in the last 4 years has gone up 47% across the board? 47% for makeup. Now, I know some people think makeup is frivolous and, it's just a part of being a narcissist. I don't believe that at all. Makeup can be transformative, and it can turn you from having a bad day to a good day. It can make you feel like if you're depressed, it can make you feel better because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good. When you have confidence, it shows on the outside. That's what these videos are all about. Helping everybody feel great about themselves, regardless of what anybody else says, bringing the beauty that's inside out, and then being able to face every day and just hit a home run or a grand slam. And so for us in this industry that are passionate about makeup, I would like to see the prices come back down. So if you want to go splurge on that really expensive foundation or that really expensive set of makeup brushes or whatever, you can afford it. I haven't been able to do that for every bit of 5 years, actually, because it started to trend up in COVID. So just my little take for the day. It's a new day. It's a beautiful snowy day here in Houston. It's cold as hell. Can't do anything. Can't go to the office. It's just way too cold. The roads are too dangerous. Everything is shut down. But that doesn't mean we can't make ourselves look good. I try to always look good for my husband. And so I'm going to take the day and I'm going to do exactly what I normally do because it is a work day. We just happen to be snowed in. So I've done my brows. Today I just used my Adele brow pencil. I didn't go and do the wax or anything today. I'm not going to do that. And then I put on my under eye color corrector because I did not sleep well 2 nights ago. I did last night. I don't even remember falling to sleep last night. And we're going to use my Tarte. Let me get the name of this because I can never remember it. It is Tarte Double Duty Face Tape Foundation. And the number on it is 8B Porcelain Beige. And we're going to start it with a sponge. I'm just going to just put a little bit on and we'll get it started with the sponge, and then I'll come back in and I will finish it off with my brush. It sounds like just about everywhere is very severe weather. I mean, look what California's gone through in the last 2 weeks with horrendous fires. Washington, D.C. is minus digits. Smart decision not having that celebration yesterday out in the cold. All of those people that have to work there, the police officers and the firemen and the support crew and the security. Can you imagine how miserable they'd have been if they would have been standing out in sub-zero temperatures for 6 hours or longer? It was a definite smart decision to have all of those celebrations indoors. And it was unique. I feel like they did a really good job of pulling all that together on such short notice. Okay, now I'm just using my foundation brush. I just like to blend my foundation after I get it on, because sometimes when I use that sponge, I get sponge marks. And so I'm just using my brush to just get all blended. All right, let's see. How does that all look? From what I can tell, it looks pretty good. Let's do a little bit of concealer just to help the discoloration under my eyes. I don't know if anybody remembers my previous conversation about this area, but when you look at your eyes and you see this ring on your eye, let me get my right brush here and I will finish this. Where did I put it? I just had it and now it's gone. Goodness gracious, where did I put that? We'll just use this one. When you look at your eye and you see the line right here where I have this concealer, that line is not discoloration. That line is actually lost fat. So as you get older, you know, you can see in elderly people, their face looks very drawn. And a lot of times you see it over here. I saw that with my mom before she passed away. And that is because you are losing fat in your face, okay? A lot of the reasons you get wrinkling in your face too is because you've lost fat. So right under here, these lines are not discoloration lines. They are missing fat lines. That's why a lot of times in surgery, when you have plastic surgery, a lot of times the surgeon will use your own fat and re-inject underneath your eyes to fill that pocket so you get that nice smooth look here. That's the only way to fix that, by the way. There is no other treatment on the market for filling back in these lines. It is missing fat. Just like for me here, these lines are missing fat because I was overweight for 16 years because of the medications that I'm on permanently. And so when I lost over 100 pounds, I lost a lot of the fat in my face. And so these lines that I'm seeing right here is from losing so much fat and then not being able to, my body absorb the difference. So the only way now for me to really fix this is to put all that weight back on, which is not going to happen, or go and surgically have this fixed. And I'm nowhere near that. So just a little bit of information if you're frustrated and you think there's a product available on the market. There isn't. Also wanted to touch a little bit on what I said yesterday about moisturizing, especially in these severe temperatures and the in and out of the temperatures, going outside into freezing degrees, coming back into your house with the heater on. The heater actually does more damage to your skin than the cold does, because the cold's going to shrink your pores. When you're in your house for 12 to 15 hours and you're in the heater, it's going to dry your skin out. So it's really important to do double the application of moisturizers. Whatever you normally do and put on, double it. And I actually use my intensive cream, just not my normal LifeCell, but my number 7 Renew Hydrating Cream that I use from number 7. I actually put double that on as well. The heat is just really, really hard on your skin. You also should be at night putting some sort of lip balm on your lips to help the time that you're asleep so your lips don't dry out. Everything's going to dry out. Your hair's going to dry out. Your skin's going to dry out. Your nose is going to dry out. Your sinuses, everything, because of the cold weather. So it's really important to think about that and replacing that moisture in some method. All right, let's put a little bit of gloss on here. Some moisturizers. This is my Tarte, one of the 4 that comes in a set that you can get on TikTok Shop. Now that TikTok has been given a 90-day reprieve, let's hope somebody steps up to the plate and gets that resolved, because I know there are thousands of business owners, small business owners just like me, who depend on TikTok for leads for our businesses. So I hope that our new president figures the best way forward on that, so we don't lose the ability to generate income as small business owners. All right, what are we going to do today? We're just going to use some really soft neutrals today. I'm also going to be using one of my Tartelette palettes. This is Tartelette. You can get these also from TikTok Shop. They also come in a set of 4. And it's a great buy. They end up being like $8 or $9 a pallet, which normally they sell for $25 individually. So it's pretty good savings when you can find it on sale. So I would encourage you to check and see. I know you can get them other places. I just don't know if you can get them in the set of 4 that's available through the TikTok Shop. All right, we're just using a really neutral sort of tan color today. Down here on the lid, up on top. And then we're gonna pick up this really pretty, I'll show you the colors out of the palette here in just a second that I'm using. And go over here. Over here, just blend all that in really well. Now there's not a lot of fallout from these little compacts, which is great. So the colors that I used is this one right here on the lid, and then I used this one down here for the transitional area, and I'm going to use that darker brown to do the outlining. And I'm going to get a really small brush, and as usual, we're just going to take the really tiny brush and we're just going to follow the natural shape and outline of my eye. both at the top and the bottom. Do have a little bit of fallout that we got to worry about, so just taking that brush and following the natural shape of your lash line, getting as close to the bottom of the lashes as you can, and then blending. All right, that looks good. Do have a little bit of fallout, so we're going to pick that up with the finishing powder that I love. You can get this at TikTok. Not TikTok, I'm sorry, Amazon. Perfect Pour Pink Pack. And we're just using our little triangular puff, and we're going to sweep away the color that fell out as we applied it. Doing the same over here. All right. Now I'm just going to come in with a little bit more color on my lip. This is LA Colors, which is a great brand, by the way. It's a great discounted brand. You can get it at the dollar stores, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. All of the discount dollar stores make LA Colors available. This one is Cocoa Shimmer. I use quite a bit of their product, their palettes as well as their lipstick, because they are such good formulas and they don't cost a fortune. And there's never, from what I'm aware, there's never been a FDA warning with that brand. Like a lot of the other brands that are discount, you know, like you can get at the kiosks at the mall, where you can go and you can see all these different palettes. You got to be very careful when you're buying discount unnamed brands, because amazingly enough, some of these brands use harsh chemicals that are not approved by the FDA. So you have to be really careful. There was a whole documentary done on this about 2 years ago with the amount of caustic chemicals that are in these discounted palettes. So you got to be really careful when you're buying unnamed, unknown discount brands. You don't want to be buying brands that are going to put caustic chemicals on your face. That would not be a good thing. All right, got that all blended in. And let's do some curling. I'm really curious how many people today are locked in their houses because of the weather. I know the Houston area is completely shut down. Kids are not at school, probably won't be back at school until Friday at the earliest. I have a dear friend that lives in Philadelphia. She is snowed in. Looks like just about the majority of the country is dealing with these very, very cold conditions. So I'd love to know where you are and if you're snowbound, if you're snowed in. We definitely are. Here in Houston, especially when we get severe rain and snow, people just don't know how to drive in it. So it's just much safer to just stay at home if you can and not have to get out in the elements. Using L'Oreal's Panorama here. This is my go-to mascara. I really believe it's one of the reasons my lashes have grown back in so good. from after losing them from my weight loss surgery is because of this formula. I'm going to be really interested to see if this wins best in category this year. I know that it's one of the top 3 on the market right now, so I'm going to be really interested to see who wins, because it's easily available at any discount store. I don't know if you can get it at the dollar stores, but I know you can get it at your grocery store and any drugstore, Target, those type of places. You can get it on Amazon and save yourself about $3 per unit. So encourage you to give this a try. It has definitely improved the amount of lashes that I have and the length, because I am not using any sort of chemicals to help the regrowth of my lashes. They've just come back in. So all right, just start down at the bottom, work your way up and out. When you do that and you start at the bottom, you are actually letting your formula take that curl that you put in the lash and lock it in place, sort of like hairspray does on your hair. Some people are lucky enough not to have to curl their lashes and not even to have to wear mascara. I am not one of those. There is a wonderful influencer that does have beautiful long lashes that she really doesn't have to wear, but when she wears mascara, her lashes are they're just amazing. So let's put a second coat on here and go down towards the end a little bit more length, a little bit more volume. Don't forget, this particular mascara is what's called a tubular mascara. So as you apply it, it creates little tubes on each lash. And then the reason I love this so much is because when you take it off, all you need is water. You don't need any special creams. You don't need a remover. All you need is warm water, and the warm water will just melt it off your lashes. That's really important because you don't want to be tugging at your lashes. When you tug at them, they come out. So try to find you a product where, if you don't like this one, that just melts off each night when you take it off. So you're not then required some additional product to remove your mascara. All right. One more coat here. All right. And I think that is gonna do it. Let me just check here. Put my glasses on. So I'd love to hear from you this morning. Let me know where you guys are, if you're housebound, if you're off work today, if you're still working, if you're gonna work from home, what kind of conditions that you are in. Like I said, we are snowbound. We are locked in this morning, so won't be going anywhere until we get much better road conditions, because we had precipitation last night. That's why we have snow on the ground. And here in Houston, that's just a very dangerous recipe for being out on the roads, because we are not very experienced drivers here because we don't get snow very often. I think it's been 5 years since the last time we had snow here in Houston. So of course all the kids think it's just the greatest thing because they don't have to go to school today. So many blessings to you on this beautiful new beginning. Beautiful new beginning. And I really pray that it is a reset for all of us, that we start to see some really good things happen in all of our lives. And I pray that you stay nice, safe, and warm, and make sure you take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Put your best foot forward at all times. You know why? Because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to cross your path that you could make a amazing first impression on. You get 10 seconds and that's it, and you never get it again. One time and done. So be prepared. You never know who or where something's going to come around the corner that could change your life, right? And don't you deserve it? I think you do. Many blessings. Have a safe, warm day, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody. Please make sure you like and subscribe as well, and forward this to somebody that's passionate about makeup as well. We'll see you tomorrow.